Good morning, yogis. Welcome to your Tuesday morning, 8:15 Vinyasa flow class. I'm Tom with Urban Yoga on this fine winter morning. It is winter, and we got some snow last night. It's a little chilly out. Johnny and I are thawing out here in the park, but it's a beautiful day. So I had a nice, cooling, meditative full moon flow, and I went out the window and I looked and saw it was going to be like 40 degrees. So we're going to do sun salutations. We're going to build some heat this morning, get the body moving. So we'll do a nice little winter warm up here. All right, so let everybody get settled here. And you know what, let's just get right to it. Let's just come to standing because it's cold. We need to get some heat going here. So let's just start warming up the body. Let the arms be heavy. Just do some twists. So use the weight of the arms, kind of slap the back of the kidneys here, get a little warm up. See all those different angles of the beautiful mountains out here. All right, let's shake out the wrists, flick the fingers. And let's take the palms together, circle the wrists in a figure eight. And take it in the other direction, which is always weird and funky. All right, let's get the shoulders warmed up. Go ahead and take your shoulders or your palms and just press them out like you're pressing between two walls. And then roll your wrist down, make fists, and just kind of roll them in one direction, working through the tops of the forearm. And we'll take it in the other direction. And then place the palms face up. Inhale here. As we exhale, take it, the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders. And just move with the breath. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. We'll get into some breathing and centering, but first we just want to get warm. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Roll the shoulders back, down. Big inhale here. Exhale, elbows together. Open. Close, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Elbows together, inhale, open, exhale, close, inhale, open, exhale, close, inhale, open, close. One more. All right, let's open back up. Just do some big shoulder circles here. And other direction. All right, shake it out. Kind of work on the inside of the arms here. Wake up the body, across the chest. Other side. Get down into the side body, the ribs. To the belly. The other side. Take it to the back and the kidneys gently. And down the legs. Back up. All right. All right, let's just kind of start out here in mountain pose. We're going to do some sun salutations this morning just to get us working and flowing and warmed up. So let's just take a moment here to get centered here in mountain. So start from your root. Go ahead and spread all 10 toes. I guess I need to probably lose my socks at some point. So look down at your toes, place them, bring them all up, and then space them all out as much as possible. Grounding down, rooting through the heels. Draw up through the kneecaps, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and shoot your fingertips down towards the ground. Lift up through that crown of the head, elongate the spine, and then check in with the belly, pulling that belly button towards the back of the spine, engaging and tucking in those lower ribs here. Just begin to tune into the breath, drawing cool air in through the nostrils, filling up the sides of the torso. Exhaling, sinking down into those heels. Inhaling, lifting up through that crown. take a few moments here just to check in with the body, any areas of tightness or tension you might have this morning. See what you can release immediately here, maybe through the jaw, around the eyes, soften the throat. Maybe any areas of tension that you might need to pay a close attention to and back off on. Rest when you need to this morning. And as always, let your guide be your breath. Gently blink the eyes open. Inhale the arms up overhead. Reach up, look up, take a gentle back bend here. Exhale, we'll take that left wrist on over to the right side. Breathe into the right side of the body. We're going to be working through some sun salutation series, as I mentioned here. I encourage you to rest when you need to. So I will be cueing some full chaturangas. If you'd like to skip that and just take a knees, chest, chin, or child's pose, I encourage you to do so as needed. Let's take it back up. Big inhale. Exhale, gently pull that wrist up and over. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let it go. All right, shake it out. All right, let's begin sun salutation A. Just get warmed up. Inhale, lift up, look up, gentle back bend. One more big breath. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Let that head be heavy. I'm going to do a forward fold. Bend the knees and straighten the legs as much as you need to. You can grab for elbows and just let that head be heavy. And we'll start out slow and we'll begin to warm up and build as we go. So in each pose right now, we're probably just going to be taking 2 to 3 breath cycles at a count of, say, 4 or 5. Go ahead and release the arms. We're going to inhale, flatten out the back, push the thighs back, and reach the crown of the head forward. Broaden across the chest, clavicles here. Deep breath in. Out. Deep breath in, one more. As we exhale, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to step all the way back into our plank pose. So really make sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. We want to push up and out of the shoulders, reduce that space in between the shoulder blades, and belly's pulled up and in. Take a deep breath in here. As we exhale, let's lower down knees, chest, and chin first. Just getting warmed up. Keep those elbows pulled in as you go. And we'll take it to a low cobra here. So set yourself up, wiggle back and forth on those hips. Make sure you have those tops of the back feet secure as your anchors here. And then just a gentle back bend. So draw the elbows back, lift up through the chest, squeeze the thighs together, and feel that engagement in the low back. Big inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up to tabletop or plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. As always, take your time to work into your dog, pedaling one foot then the other. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, sink the heels down. Check in with those arms. Rotating those triceps in towards the ears, creating that center line of energy in the body. Take a deep inhale here. As we exhale, gently begin to walk the feet forward, stretching through the calves as you go. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Take your time. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, draw the energy up and roll up through the spine one vertebrae at a time. Take that gentle back bend. We'll take palms to heart center. Place the fingers down by the sides, ending in mountain pose. Close the eyes for a moment. Let that energy settle into the body. All right, we'll go through that one more time, moving a little bit quicker this time. Inhaling up. Push the hips forward and tuck the tailbone as you take that gentle back bend. Exhale, take it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, we'll halfway lift. Push those thighs back and the crown forward. Big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it all the way back, plank pose. At this point, you can continue with knees, chest, chin, or if you'd like to go full chaturanga, go ahead and lean a little bit forward out over those wrists. Keep those elbows pulled in towards the side of the ribs. And you can go halfway down, flip the tops of the feet. Thighs are off the ground if you're coming into your up dog here, or you can be in that Cobra or taking it to a Sphinx. Back bend of choice. Let the heart shine forward. Take a deep inhale. As we exhale, let's push it back, downward facing dog. Let's just add on a little bit here. We'll inhale that right leg up and back. Stack and open the hips. So bend that knee and then let the hip rotate open. Let that foot be heavy and using the weight of that to help open up that hip. Draw the breath into that right hip crease. Letting gravity do its work here. Take one more inhale. As we exhale, we'll square the hips back to the mat. Shoot that leg back up. Inhale here. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, other leg up. Stack and open. Just getting warmed up. Just take one more deep breath in. And square the hips. Shoot the leg back up. Exhale, we'll place it down. Deep inhale here. Exhale, step, hop, or float forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale is going to bring us all the way back up. Palms to heart center. We feel that pose. Let the hands fall to the side. And we end in mountain where we began. All right, let's go one more time, adding on as we go. Inhale up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flatten out. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to our plank pose. If you need to take a little rest here, it'd be a good time for child's pose. Otherwise, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Pressing up to up dog or back bend of choice. Exhale it back, down facing dog. Inhale that leg up and back, stack and open one more time. And square the hips back, shoot that leg back up, inhale. Exhale, draw in knee to nose. So press the floor away to create space here. Inhale it back up. Exhale, let's bring it through. Let's take it into a low lunge. Take our time, set our foundation up with that anchor in the back leg. Getting that knee lined up over ankle. Inhale up, take a gentle back bend. One more breath here. Exhale, let's plant it all the way down. Untuck that back toe, step it back to plank, and we'll take the other leg up. Stack and open the hips. Big breath in, big breath out. Square the hips to the mat, inhale that leg back up. Exhale, round in knee to nose. Press the floor away to create space. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, knee to nose and send it through for our low lunge, other side. Dropping down through the tail, lifting up through that crown. Squeeze internally of those thighs. Keep all that energy in the center line of the body. Exhale, let's send it down. Step it all the way back and push back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Big cleansing exhale out through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And let it go. Inhale here. Exhale, step, hop, or float forward. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale brings you all the way back up to center. Gentle back bend here. Push those hips forward. And we'll seal the pose. Ending in mountain, close the eyes. Let that energy and prana cascade down through the body. And we're starting to build here. All right. You feeling warmed up, Johnny? Getting there? All right. Everybody looks good at home. All right, let's continue on, guys. Let's go Sun Salutation B series. All right. We're going to inhale up, and we're going to sit back in our chair, Utkatasana. Squeeze the knees together, like you have a block in between them. Lift up through the heart and chest. Sit your tail back. Big inhale here. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Step it all the way back to our plank. And move through your vinyasa of choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Taking your back bend of choice. Big inhale. Exhale, push it all the way back. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, we're going to send it through. We're going to take it up into warrior one. So we're going to drop that back heel. Take our time to get our foundation set up. So the knees lined up over that ankle. And that back foot is out to, say, about 45 degrees. Inhale, lift up. Drive down through the tail on that back foot. Up through the front side of the body. Ooh, wobbly. To cactus the arms and just open up that chest a little bit more. So squeeze those elbows down the back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take it all the way down. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the other leg up. Exhale, send it through. Drop that back heel. Warrior one. Few breaths here. Let's cactus those arms, open up through the heart. And inhale, back up. Exhale, send it all the way down. Step it back into your plank. And let's all go knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Let's take a moment to all take a child's pose. So bring those toes to touch. Let those knees go wide for a moment. Walk your hands out forward. I like to kind of tent the fingers to create a little more space in the chest and then sink the heart down. If you want a little bit more stretch in the arms, you can bend the elbows and bring the palms to prayer position. And then press down through the backs of the arms, getting a nice tricep stretch. All right, take your time. We'll go ahead and release. Crawl yourself back up. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Lift the hips up on the inhale. Exhale, sink the heels down. Take a deep cleansing breath in. And an open mouth exhale out. One more time, inhale. And big exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, step, hop, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gently fold in. Bend the knees and inhale as you straighten up. Take that back bend, push the hips forward. Exhale, palms to heart center. Just take a moment here. Those palms fall to the side in mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Feel that grounding, rooting through the heels and that lifting through the crown. Notice how the body feels, maybe a little differently from where we had started. Right, let's go one more time through. Inhale, Utkatasana, bring it to your chair pose. Let's do a little twist open up here. So bring palms together, and then we're gonna draw the bow back behind us. Try to keep the knees forward as you follow back with your gaze to that left hand behind you. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your time, draw the bow back, gaze follows. Check in with those knees. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale, halfway lift, push those thighs back and the crown forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to our plank pose. Let's reach it forward. Let's all lower all the way down to the belly, and then draw the elbows forward, taking it to Sphinx. Wiggle those hips back and forth. Got your anchors back here, the tops of the feet. Pull that belly up off the mat. Make sure you're not sinking into shoulders, so you're pushing up and out. Plant the palms down and draw the heart space through the shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale, look over shoulder. Back to center. Other direction. Back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, push into the elbows, and you're going to draw the gaze in as you lift the belly up. Maybe the hips follow, maybe the thighs. Inhale, lower the belly. Gaze comes forward. Let's do that again a few times. Deep breath in. Exhale, push the elbows. And just do whatever feels good for you. It might be just the belly coming up off the mat a little bit. It might be the hips, it might be the thighs. One more. Draw it back in. It was a little frosty here. And we'll let that go. Draw the palms underneath the shoulders. Press yourself all the way up to plank. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, we're going to step it through for warrior one again. Lower that back heel. Inhale, let's take it all the way up. Let's go ahead and cactus those arms. If you want a little bit more, you can roll those shoulders back and take a bind here, interlacing those palms. Draw the knuckles down as you lift the heart up. Big breath in. As you exhale, coming into humble warrior, dropping that shoulder on the inside of that front leg and taking those arms up and over. Nice firm foundation and those big toes as our anchors here. Use your core strength to bring you back up. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, lower down. Step it back and we'll push back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take it to the other leg. Inhale. Left leg up and back. Exhale, send it through. Warrior one, second side. Take your time to build that foundation. Lift up. And squeeze those shoulder blades down the back. You can remain here if you want a little bit more. Take that bind. Try and cross that other awkward knuckle on top. Draw that knuckles down as you lift up. Big breath in. Exhale. Hinge forward and drop that shoulder to the inside of that knee. And then use that core strength. Lift it all the way back up. Exhale. Send it all the way down. Back to our plank. And let's take a flow here. Inhale here. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin. Or full chaturanga. Push it back to your back bend of choice. Breathe into that low back. Exhale. Send it all the way back, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, step, hopper, float. Inhale halfway. Take our time. Exhale, folding in. And inhale, it's going to bring you all the way back to where we began. Gentle back bend. Palms to heart center. Let those fingertips float down. Just take a moment here. Letting all that energy and blood flow dissipate throughout the body. Gently blink the eyes open. All right. Everybody good? Oh, there's all kinds of people on here now. Good to see you. You guys all snuck in on me. Good to see everybody. All right, guys, let's set ourselves up for a Malasana pose. So if you have a block and you know Malasana is a little bit tough for you, go ahead and grab that to give yourself, bring that earth up towards you. If not, we're gonna bring the hips out or feet out a little wider than hip distance. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn the toes out and then just sit down into that Yogi Squat. So like I said, you can be on some blocks here. What we don't wanna do is be hunched over. So we wanna try to get that lift in the chest as much as possible. Use those elbows to help open those knees and open up the hips. And sinking down through that tail, lifting up through the crown. Let's go ahead and open up here. So use that left arm and kind of wedge it on the inside of that knee and then inhale and draw the bow open. So getting a nice hip opener here. Also a nice shoulder opener or front of the chest, pectoral opener. Let's take one more big breath in there. We'll release that, take it back to center. We'll take that over to the other side. So bring that elbow on the inside of that knee and then inhale, draw the bow open. Breathe into that heart space. Circle the wrists here. All right, let's go ahead and release that. Plant the hands down on the mat, or if you have the block in front of you, you can use that. And then go ahead and heel toe, the feet opened up. So we're gonna take a nice wide leg stance. So heels are in, toes are still pointed out. we're going to take our time here and we're going to work through some forward folds and some twists here. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Go ahead, bring palms to the hips here. Lift up through the chest and core. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Shoot those fingertips out. Push the hips forward. Take a gentle back bend here. Inhale the palms up. Exhale, hinge and fold in. You can grab for the backs of your calves if you need a little bit more stability here. Sink the head and let the crown of the head just fall towards the mat. And then go ahead and place the right hand right underneath the face here, and we're going to take a gentle twist here. So inhale, draw that arm up across the chest, stack and open the shoulders. Again, have a block here if this is difficult, maybe 2 blocks. Bring that earth up to you. Make it more accessible. You're probably sinking back into your heels. See if you can take a little bit more weight into the toes and bring that tailbone forward a little bit so you're not sticking your bum out. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's reverse that. So let the left hand come underneath the face. Take your time, set yourself up. Inhale, draw the bow open. Let's take one more breath here. As we exhale, let that hand fall down. We're going to work through some lunges here. So have some blocks here if you still need them to make sure you can have that firm foundation on the earth. We're going to go ahead and turn that left toe up. So pop the toes up. We're sinking in and getting a nice hamstring stretch on that left side here. And then we're just going to work side to side as slow as is safe and comfortable for you here. You can be up here if that's a little too much and you want to just do some lunges a little higher up, that's fine. Or like I said, if you have a stack of blocks in front of you, that's really going to help you have that foundation. And then just gently take it side to side, popping up toes, draw those toes towards that knee. Nice hamstring stretch. And let's take it over to the right side, and then we're going to do that same sort of opening twist that we did with Malasana. So plant that palm down, and inhale, open up. If that's a little too wobbly for you, you can just remain down on the ground. Place the hands back down, take it over to the other side. Pop those toes up. Inhale, open up. Right, let's come back to center. Slowly make our way up. So go ahead and bring those palms back to the hips. Lift up through the core, not the crown of the head. And then we're going to turn those heels in, toes out. We're going to sink into goddess pose here. So lengthen through the tops of the legs. Roll those shoulders back and down. So you drop that tail and lift up through the front of the body. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sink in a little deeper. Little rock side to side here. Inhale, open the arms. We'll take that right arm forward. Take the left arm up and underneath into eagle arms. If you can't get the full wrap here, you can just use the one elbow. All we're really trying to do is spread those shoulder blades apart behind the body, so you don't need the full wrap. Inhale up, straighten the legs, lift the elbows up, look up. Big inhale, exhale, sink in, drop the elbows down. Maybe you pop up one leg. Maybe you pop up the other. Maybe you fall over. Maybe you don't do any of that. Just playing around. Inhale it up one more time, straighten the legs. One more time, exhale, sink in. Inhale up. Let's open the arms back up. We'll take that to the other side. Wrap up and under the other arm. Back to our goddess. Inhale up. Exhale, sink in. Play with your balance if you like. All right, let's let all that go. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward one more time. An inversion of choice here. So you can just be here. If you have a couple blocks, you can use that to help support the crown of the head. You can come down to your forearms. You can come into tripod headstand if that's in your practice. Just be wherever you can be to be comfortable here for about 20, 30 seconds. Getting a nice stretch to the calves and hamstrings. This is great for the nervous system. Should be nice and calming and soothing. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can walk those fingertips back behind you through the legs. Helps you get a little bit lower to the ground. And then we're going to make our way out of this really, really slowly here. So walk yourself back, your palms back forward if they're behind you. We'll go ahead and lift up halfway. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we sink in and grab for our hips. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lift up through that core. And then go ahead and heel toe legs all the way back to center. Let's just shake all that out. All right. All right, guys. Been doing enough work, I think, standing for the day. Let's just take it all the way down. We're going to take it all the way back down towards the belly. Should be feeling pretty warm at this point. A lot warmer than I thought it was going to be out here. All right, so we're going to work through some back bends here. So let's just take a moment here to get ourselves set up. Just let your head fall to one side and then bring the palms alongside the legs. The palms can be face up. Get your hips situated here. A little rock side to side. And let's just take a moment here. Just feel the chest rising, the rib cage expanding against the mat. And just let your heartbeat settle into your chest. Feeling that firm foundation of the earth supporting us underneath. All right, let's take one more deep breath in here. And we'll let that go. We'll go ahead and bring the crown of the head towards the center. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. As you extend those fingertips sort of down the legs. So that's going to lift up through your chest. Squeeze the thighs together and press into the tops of those feet. Shoot those fingertips back towards the toes. So active in the thighs. Belly's drawing up and in. You should feel a nice engagement here in the low back. Hold it for one more breath. As we exhale, go ahead and turn your head the other direction. I'm going to keep mine forward so you can hear me. Let those palms fall back down. We'll just take a pause here. All right, let's take the head back to center. We're going to take that same locust pose, adding on if you'd like here. So roll shoulders up, back, and down. Shoot those fingertips back towards the heels. Reach up through the chest, creating space. And then if you like, squeeze those legs together and add the feet. Draw the toes together, fingertips back. Maybe airplane arms out to the side. Maybe reach forward. Gently lower down, let it all go. We'll pause here for a few more breaths. All right, take the crown of the head back to center. This time you can do that same locust pose, or if you want to go for a Dhanurasana bow pose, we'll bend the knees. You can reach back and get a hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles there. And then before you pull up into that bow, roll those shoulders back down, squeeze those shoulder blades together, squeeze those thighs together like you have a block in between, and then kind of wiggle back and forth on the hips. Then kick those feet into the hands, lift up. Don't forget to breathe here. Hold it for one more breath. Take one more sip of air. Exhale, let it all go. You can keep those knees bent and then just windshield wiper legs side to side, releasing that low back. All right, go ahead and straighten out. Push it up and all the way back to a child's pose. Countering those back bends. So push those hips back towards the heels. Walk those fingertips forward as you sink in and melt the heart. Breathe into the center of the back, the low back. Let's take one more breath in here. Let that go. Gently walk the fingertips back in. Just take your time, kind of roll it back onto your bum, and we'll take it to a seated position. All right, if you have a blanket there and you want to sit up, give a little bit more tilt in your pelvis, go ahead and grab for that. So begin to start to wind everything down here. Definitely warmed up, huh, Johnny? Beautiful day out. All right, take your time here, get set up in your seat. As always in our forward folds, we want to make sure we're sitting in front of those sitting bones. We're not sitting back on them because we're not folding anywhere. We're sitting back. So a good way to do that is to kind of press into the ground, then press through your heels and press down through the backs of the thighs. So we lengthen through the legs, wiggle back and forth. And we want those toes drawing back towards the kneecaps. We're going to inhale and lift up. Exhale, reach forward with the crown, reach forward with those fingertips, and then go ahead and round in through the spine. Grab for what you can get a hold of. Maybe it's the feet, maybe it's the tops of the shins or the thighs. As we release, take those palms alongside the legs, draw them back up. We're going to do that one more time. Flex those feet. Inhale here. Exhale, reach it forward, round and drop it. And one more breath here. Let's let that go as we begin to walk our way back up. Let's go ahead and drag that left heel into the inside of that thigh on the right side, keeping that right foot nice and active. Inhale it up. Exhale, same thing. This time, twist a little bit, line that sternum up over the leg, sink in. Wow, that's a lot easier on one leg. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. If you want a little bit more here, you can take a little gentle twist by taking that hand to the outside of that leg and using that leverage just to get a little twist at the base of the spine. Gently, let's go ahead and release. Inhale, back up, nice and tall, lift up, look up, flex that foot. Exhale, we're gonna take a twist back behind us. So take that right palm over the thigh, roll that left shoulder back, press through that front heel, look over the shoulder. Press into the heel of the hand on the left side, roll to the inside of the foot, lift those hips up to the sky. We'll gently lower that back down. And then we'll take a twist here. So let's take that leg up and over the knee. You can have your twist be here with that leg long, if that's feeling good, or if you want to bring that heel alongside, tucking in, helping you stack up a little bit more. And inhale and lift up. Exhale, twisting from the base of the spine, wrap that arm around, roll that left shoulder back and open. Add the gaze left. Gently unwind, inhale and lift up. Let's take an open twist here. So we're gonna exhale, just take that elbow to the inside of that knee. Kind of bend the elbow here for a little more leverage. And a nice counter twist. We do a lot of closed twists, but it's nice to get those open twists as well. All right, let's let all that go. Go ahead and unwind the legs. Let's draw the heels together. Draw the heels in towards the pelvis as much as feels good. Wiggle yourself in front of those sit bones. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Sit up nice and tall. Big sip of air. Exhale, fold in. Walk the palms forward as much as feels good here. Blocks for the head are great. All right, let's walk ourselves back in. Take that series to the other side. Let's take that left leg long. Right heel to the inside of that thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, line up that sternum and fold in. Gently walk it back. Inhale, lift up, flex that front foot. Exhale, take that twist. Roll that shoulder back behind you. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more, roll to the inside of that foot, lift those hips up and down. All right, let's gently lower that down. Go ahead and draw that leg up and over. Set yourself up. Bring that other heel along. You did that on the first side. Let's take the closed twist first. So inhale, lift. Exhale, wrap it around. Hey, we got a puppy. Hi. Hi, puppy. He's doing his own thing. He's on his own terms. All right, inhale up. Exhale, twist the other way. Roll the shoulder back. Use that elbow on the inside of that leg. And let's let all that go. All right, one more forward fold. Let's go ahead and bring the legs nice and wide. Take a moment, get yourself set up in front of those sitting bones. Press down through the thigh, backs of the thighs. Draw those toes in towards you. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, sink it forward or shoot it forward and then sink it. And you can see how much more fold you can get just by engaging those front feet and not just letting them kind of die out on you, but drawing those toes back, pushing the heels down and out. Really create some space in the legs here. All right, let's go ahead and let all that go. All right, so we're gonna make our way into pigeon here. If pigeon's kind of problematic for you, you got a lot of knee issues, you can take pigeon on your back. So if you're on your back, you're just crossing that ankle over, you're threading the needle through and you're drawing that in. You're getting that same hip stretch as if we're in full pigeon. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and make our way in. Let's come into a downward facing dog. Stretch out through the backs of the legs here. Stretch those calves. Hips should be feeling nice and open. Hamstrings. Let's just take a moment to be our last downward dog. Well, I guess second side would be our last dog. So let's shoot that right leg up and back. Big inhale. Draw the knee in towards the nose. So push the floor away to create some space here. And then gently lower that leg down. We're going for front shin to be parallel with the mat. That's probably not going to happen in most bodies. The key here is to really make sure you get long in that back thigh, okay? So take a moment here and sort of inch it back as much as you can. You don't want to be directly on that knee. So if you actually bent the leg, you're not right on that kneecap. So you want to try to get sort of in front of that on that thigh. Take a moment here, get yourself set up. If you need a little bit of cushioning underneath that hip, if it's popping up on you, get a little bit of support. And then you want those hips level as much as possible. So let's take a moment here, draw down through the tail, getting a nice stretch here on that thigh, in the psoas muscle. Maybe you want to just stay up here. Maybe you begin to walk the fingertips forward. I like to kind of splay the elbows out and then sink the heart down through those. So you're getting a nice stretch through the chest, stretch through the hips. Maybe you're on the forearms, maybe you're on blocks here. All right, let's take our time getting out of this. So if you're low, let's bring the head up and come up to forearms first or elbows. Walk yourself back up. Drop back down through that tailbone as you lift up through the heart. One more big breath in. Exhale. So the way to release here is tuck that back toe, lift up through that leg and knee. So you push the floor away so you can swing that leg back up. Stack and maybe open that hip, maybe some circles here. Just getting some blood flow back into that hip on the right side. Shake it out, whatever feels good. All right, let's take that to the other side. Left leg up and back, really strong. Inhale here. Exhale, draw knee to nose, push the floor away to create some space for us. And then go ahead and lower that chin down. Take your time. So before you start sinking in, work that back leg back. Lengthening through the top of the thigh. Take a look and make sure that leg is in line with the hip. You need that support on the other side. Having a blanket under there is great, or possibly a block. Just take a moment here as we draw down through the hips, lift up through the crown and the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, begin to walk it forward. To bend those elbows and start to drop down the chest. Walk forward a little bit more. Tent the fingers to stretch through the chest. Exhale, sink it. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Deep inhales, fill up the entire back of the body. Big exhale. And 1 more. And let all that go. Take your time getting out. Work your way up to your forearms, elbows. Bring up the crown of the head slowly. Lift it up 1 more time as you open up through the chest. Exhale. Let it go. All right. So tuck that back foot. Begin to draw that back knee up. Push the floor away to create space here. And take your time working up and out of that. Maybe stack and open the hip. Again, some circles here. Getting some blood flow back in there. Shake it all out. And we'll go ahead and just drop down to the knees. We're just going to make our way all the way to our backs. However gracefully that works. No real graceful transition for that. All right, guys, winding down our practice this morning. Hips should be nice and open, heart space, shoulders. Let's go ahead and just draw the knees into the chest here. That tailbone's going to want to pop up, so draw the tailbone down and squeeze those knees in towards the ribs. Getting a nice release in those hips, the low back. You can rock a little side to side. We'll just work through a couple final twists here. So I'll just keep that left leg drawn in, right leg goes long. Place that heel down. Big inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to just draw that knee across the body and then take the arms out to a T. Shoulders are down as much as possible. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, twist your head in the opposite direction of that knee. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And gently begin to unwind yourself. Bringing knees back to center. Drawing them back into the chest. Draw that tailbone down. Take that twist to the other side. The leg goes long. Then gently guide that knee across the body as you use that opposite arm for some stability. Get those shoulders down. Big inhale, big exhale, twist. And the gaze goes the opposite direction. Let's take one more breath in here. Big inhale, exhale, twist a little deeper. And gently unwind yourself. Let's take a happy baby here as our final pose before we head into Savasana. So open those knees up, kick those feet up towards the sky or the ceiling, and grab for outer edges. Or for big toes with the peace fingers and draw those knees down towards the elbows. Check that tailbone, it's going to want to up on you, so draw that tailbone down. Getting firm through the sacrum here, and then maybe a little rock side to side. One more big breath in. Exhale, squeeze those knees down towards elbows one more time. Let it all go. Straighten those legs long. Flip those palms up and lay them alongside the legs. Set yourself up for Savasana. You can just let those ankles fall open, which in turn will help just open up those hips. Nothing left to do here, but just to enjoy the benefits of our practice, our final resting, surrendering pose. Let's just let that breath return to normal flow. Let that heartbeat settle into the chest. Just check in with any last bits of tension you might be holding in the face, throat, around the eyes, through the heart space and belly, softening all the way down through the hips, through the knees and ankles, all the way out to fingers and toes. We'll just be here for a few final moments of reflection before we head back into our busy lives. All right, let's begin to gently deepen the breath here. And welcome sensation back into the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Small micro movements like raising eyebrows, perhaps moistening the lips. And let's just take a full body stretch here. So go ahead and slide the ankles together. Bring those palms up over the head. Take that full body stretch as you deeply inhale. And then exhale, gather those knees up into the chest. Give yourself one final squeeze. And go ahead and roll yourself on up to a comfortable seat. Take your time. If you'd like to pause on your side in embryo pose for a breath or two, make your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping the gaze soft or the eyes closed. Let's just be here for one final moment, just doing a full body scan. Just noticing any difference from where you began this morning. A little looser, a little bit more open, definitely a little warmer. A little less frosty out here. We'll just acknowledge the calm, confidence, contentment we've created. Let's take that with us off the mat into our day today. Let's inhale those arms up overhead. Take a deep inhale, lift up, look up, reach up. Exhale, let's draw that energy into the heart space here. Place those thumbs at sternum and let that heart shine forward. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking time for yourself, for cultivating this self-care, this ancient practice. Thank you for Johnny coming out here and freezing with me and getting things set up this morning. Thank you for everyone joining us on Zoom. I hope to see you again here next Tuesday. I'm Tom on behalf of Urban Yoga. Make sure you visit that urbanyoga.org to check out all the latest for our online classes. Check out our links to our YouTube classes as well. And as always, please visit that virtual tip jar to keep this yoga community going strong. Thank you, everyone, and namaste.